My name is Gabby Resch. I'm one of the coordinators of the Knowledge Mobilization and Data Visualization Tools group within MEMO.
My name is Ali. I'm the Edward S. Rogers Research Chair in Embodied Digital Media at Toronto Metropolitan University and a coordinator of Knowledge Mobilization and Data Visualization Tools on the MEMO project. This is actually my first project in migration studies, and what intrigued me about migration research is that the data is large and complex and varied.
The first step is really to understand that distinction between exploratory data analysis on the one hand and more explanatory data communication on the other. Starting point is always know the audience, know what their respective needs are, and then build from there.
When we're designing and building tools as human-computer interaction researchers, the first thing we do is we study our end users, and we like to follow what I call a co-design methodology, where we work closely with the migration researchers and designing around their practices and problems.
The sort of data is less important than what the purpose of that tool is. When we're dealing, let's say, with environmental data, right? There's already a precedent for how to develop maps, choropleth maps, for example. It's a lot harder when we're thinking about how do you include, let's say, qualitative insights, things that come out of interviews.
Because there's so many different types of data, you're not going to find one single answer from the data set. We have built a platform called GeoTeam, showing the data on a large tabletop surface and on walls in a way that multiple people can come together around the data and look at it and share it and talk about the data together. By looking at where those patterns are, then the hope is that you can then take that and say, okay, well, here's an interesting place to look and go find what is the other data or what is the next question that I can ask about the data.
Migration policy is the domain of policymakers. The tools we build should ultimately be useful to them. You want to know more about migration trends and where you should put money and where you should, hire people and how you should build supports and infrastructure and so on, then here's some data that can help you make that decision. And here are some insights that have come out of our research that will help support that.
Our migration tools focus more on the quantitative data. What I would really love to see as a next step is how we start to incorporate some of the qualitative data directly into the tools as well. Right now, it's more that it's in the heads of the people who use the tools. I think there are ways that we can bring that qualitative data into the system, potentially tie it through, whether it's storytelling approaches or different types of techniques to actually represent the qualitative data and link it to the relevant parts of the quantitative data.